The Galactic Academy of Advanced Sciences was the most prestigious educational institution in known space, accepting only the brightest minds from across 17 different star systems. Its crystalline spires on Nexus Prime housed the future leaders, scientists, and military strategists of galactic civilization. In advanced quantum mechanics, Professor Zilketh observed his students with growing frustration. The Altarian prodigies solved complex equations in microseconds using their enhanced neural processing. The vegan crystalline beings computed multidimensional problems through pure thought. Even the youngest Centaurian child could manipulate quantum fields with intuitive ease. Then there was Alex Thompson. The human sat in the back row, scribbling notes on primitive paper while his classmates interfaced directly with holographic displays. His test scores were consistently at the bottom of the class, his assignments submitted days late, and his theoretical understanding seemed fundamentally flawed. Thompson, Professor Zilketh's voice dripped with exasperation during the midterm review. Your approach to quantum entanglement theory is completely backwards. You're treating particles like physical objects instead of probability waves. The other students chittered and hummed their agreement. Velandra, a brilliant Altarian, spoke without looking up from her calculations. Perhaps humans simply lack the cognitive capacity for advanced physics. Their brains are quite primitive. Alex said nothing, just continued his methodical note-taking while his classmates snickered in various alien languages. The final examination was designed to be the ultimate test. Students would be presented with a theoretical scenario requiring them to design a practical solution using advanced quantum principles. The challenge involved stabilizing a collapsing wormhole to rescue a research station trapped in subspace. Most students immediately began complex calculations, their enhanced minds racing through quantum field equations and probability matrices. Displays filled with elegant mathematical proofs and theoretical frameworks. Alex stared at the problem for several minutes, then began sketching something that looked suspiciously like blueprints. "Is he drawing?" whispered Korthek, a gaseous being whose thoughts moved at near light speed. Professor Zilketh floated over to examine Alex's work, expecting to find another failed attempt at theoretical physics. Instead, he found detailed engineering schematics for a device he didn't recognize. "What is this, Thompson?" Alex looked up, his expression calm. "A wormhole stabilizer. I call it the quantum anchor array." The professor's eye stalks swiveled in confusion. "This isn't theoretical work. These are construction blueprints." "Right." Alex nodded. "You said design a practical solution. This is practical." He stood and walked to the classroom's fabrication unit, something most students only use for creating display models. Within minutes, he had assembled a crude but functional device using standard components. "The problem with everyone else's approach," Alex explained as he worked, "is that you're trying to solve this mathematically. But I'm from a species that's been building things for 10,000 years. We don't just calculate, we engineer." The device hummed to life, and Alex began entering spatial coordinates. "While you guys were proving why it should work in theory, I was figuring out how to make it actually work. Humans call this applied engineering." The classroom fell silent as Alex's improvised machine generated a stable quantum field that perfectly matched the theoretical requirements of the test scenario. "But your test scores," Professor Zilketh stammered. "Oh, those." Alex shrugged. "I've been spending my time in the fabrication labs instead of memorizing equations. Turns out, human brains aren't optimized for abstract math, but we're really good at building solutions to problems." He gestured to his functioning device. "Your quantum field equations are beautiful, Professor, but this actually saves the research station." Velandra stared at the crude-looking device that had solved in minutes what her enhanced processing power hadn't been able to accomplish. "How is this possible?" Alex smiled. "Because while your species evolved to think faster, humans evolved to think differently. We see a problem and ask, how do we fix this? Not how do we prove this is fixable?" The final examination results were unprecedented. While other students submitted elegant theoretical proofs, Alex had created a working prototype that could be immediately deployed in real-world scenarios. Professor Zilketh announced the rankings with visible bewilderment. First place goes to Alex Thompson, whose practical engineering solution demonstrates mastery of applied quantum mechanics. From that day forward, the Galactic Academy added a new curriculum track, Human Applied Engineering. Because sometimes the best solution wasn't the most elegant theory, it was the one that actually worked. And Alex? He became the youngest professor in the Academy's history, teaching aliens across the galaxy that there's more than one way to be brilliant.